Every single day, Coca-Cola produces over 2 billion servings. That's enough to give every single person on Earth a drink, and still have millions left over. But how is all of this actually made? Today, we're going inside one of the world's largest Coca-Cola factories to reveal every single step of the process, from pure water to the secret formula to the can in your hand. The entire journey takes less than 24 hours, and it all starts with something you'd never expect. Welcome to the Coca-Cola bottling plant, a facility so large it produces over 100,000 cans every single hour, around the clock, 365 days a year. Let's go inside. It all begins with water. Coca-Cola is over 90% water, making it the single most important ingredient in the entire formula. Coca-Cola sources billions of liters of water every year. But this water cannot go directly into your drink. First, it must go through one of the most advanced purification systems ever built. Stage 1. Sand filtration. The water passes through massive tanks filled with specially graded sand that physically removes particles, sediment, and large impurities. Stage 2. Activated carbon filtration. This removes chlorine, organic compounds, and anything that could affect the taste or smell of the final product. Stage 3. Reverse osmosis. High-pressure pumps force water through membranes so fine they remove dissolved minerals, bacteria, and virtually every molecule that isn't pure H2O. After reverse osmosis, the water enters UV disinfection chambers. Powerful ultraviolet light destroys any remaining microorganisms without adding any chemicals. At this point, the water is actually purer than what comes out of your tap at home. But Coca-Cola's quality team tests it anyway, every single batch, every single day. Purified water is stored in giant stainless steel tanks, sealed from the outside environment, ready to be used in the precise amounts needed for the formula. From storage, the water moves through temperature-controlled pipes to the mixing area, where it will meet the most guarded secret in history. In just 4 purification stages, Coca-Cola transforms ordinary water into something extraordinary, the perfect base for the world's most recognized taste. Now we arrive at the most famous trade secret in the world. The Coca-Cola formula, officially known as Merchandise 7X, is so secret that for over 86 years, it was kept locked in a bank vault in Atlanta, Georgia. In 2011, the formula was moved to a specially built permanent home, a custom vault inside the World of Coca-Cola Museum, one of Atlanta's most visited attractions. Only 2 Coca-Cola executives are said to know the complete formula at any given time, and they are never allowed to travel on the same airplane together. The secret concentrate is produced in just a small number of facilities worldwide and shipped in sealed containers to every Coca-Cola bottling plant on Earth. Each shipment is tracked, temperature-controlled, and handled under strict security protocols. No single employee at any bottling plant knows what's actually inside those containers. When the concentrate arrives at the bottling plant, it's stored in a secured, temperature-controlled room, access restricted to authorized personnel only. While the concentrate is secured, another crucial ingredient arrives: sugar. Coca-Cola uses millions of tons of sugar every year, one of the largest purchasers of sugar on the entire planet. The sugar is dissolved into hot purified water inside massive heated stainless steel tanks, creating a perfectly clear, sweet syrup base. The dissolved sugar syrup is then filtered to remove any impurities until it becomes a perfectly pure, crystal clear solution ready to receive the concentrate. Now comes the most critical moment. Computer-controlled dosing systems add the Coca-Cola concentrate in exact, measured amounts. Precise to fractions of a milliliter. As the concentrate meets the sugar syrup, the unmistakable dark brown color of Coca-Cola begins to emerge, filling the entire massive tank. Before the syrup moves to the next stage, laboratory technicians check its Brix level, the precise measurement of sugar content, to ensure the taste will be identical to every other Coca-Cola on Earth. Now we reach the step that gives Coca-Cola its signature personality, carbonation. Giant tanks of liquid CO2 are stored outside the factory, fed into the production line under carefully controlled pressure. The CO2 gas is chilled and mixed with the Coca-Cola syrup at carefully calculated pressures, typically around 3.7 volumes of CO2 per volume of liquid. Under high pressure, CO2 dissolves completely into the liquid, invisible. It's only when the pressure is released, when you open the can, that the bubbles appear. Temperature is critical. The colder the liquid, the more CO2 it can hold. Coca-Cola's carbonation process is controlled to within a fraction of a degree to ensure every sip has that perfect fizz. The carbonated Coca-Cola now moves through chilled pipes at high speed toward the filling machines, where it will meet its container for the very first time. Meanwhile, in another part of the factory, the cans are being made. It all starts with enormous rolls of aluminum, each one weighing several tons and containing enough material for hundreds of thousands of cans. The aluminum sheet is fed into a cupping press, a machine that punches out circular discs and instantly forms them into shallow cup shapes at incredible speed. The cups then go through a drawing and ironing process, where metal forming tools stretch and thin the walls of the can, making them perfectly cylindrical while reducing the metal thickness to just 0.1 millimeters. Each can is trimmed to the exact same height, removing any uneven edges created during the forming process. At this stage, the cans are plain silver and move at over 2,000 units per minute. The freshly formed cans are thoroughly cleaned, removing all metal particles and lubricants from the manufacturing process before any decoration or product contact. Now the cans receive their iconic identity. A multicolor printing machine applies the Coca-Cola design using food-grade inks, transforming a blank silver can into one of the world's most recognized images. The printing process applies multiple ink layers in precise registration, reds, whites, blacks, at speeds that mean each can passes through the entire printing station in under a second. After printing, the cans pass through a curing oven, baking the inks onto the surface at high temperature to create a durable, food-safe coating that won't scratch or fade. An interior spray machine then coats the inside of each can with a food-grade lacquer, creating a barrier between the aluminum and the beverage that protects both the drink and the can. The cans then go through a necking machine, which gradually reduces the diameter at the top of the can, creating that recognizable tapered neck that holds the smaller diameter lid. And just like that, an empty aluminum roll has become thousands of perfectly formed, printed, and coated Coca-Cola cans, ready to be filled. Before a single drop of Coca-Cola enters them, every can is turned upside down and blasted with sterile water and air jets, removing any dust or particles from the manufacturing process. Each can is held inverted for a precisely timed duration, allowing every drop of water to drain completely before the can is flipped upright, entering the filling zone spotlessly clean. Every empty can passes through an automated optical inspection system. Cameras check for dents, scratches, or coating imperfections. Any defective can is automatically rejected before filling. Rejected cans are diverted to a separate chute where they'll be recycled. Aluminum is 100% recyclable, and Coca-Cola recycles every single rejected can back into the production chain. Now we reach the heart of the entire operation, the filler. This massive rotary machine is one of the most precise pieces of equipment